Okay, so take out your homework on rhombus and notice in the directions it says use rhombus ABCD with diagonals intersecting at E below to answer the following questions. I know a few people were wondering where E is. E is right in the center. For this one, if you know CDB is 58, CDB is this 58 right here. And BDA is the one next to it. In a rhombus, these two are equal to each other. So that's why that one's 58. CDA, part B, is the whole angle, which is 116. That's 58 and 58 added together. I have my work over here. DAB is supplementary to 116. They make 180. So I subtracted it over here from 180. And 64 degrees was left for angle A, all of angle A. DAC is just half of it, 32. And the same thing with BCA. This is also 32 because that is also 64 and cut into two equal pieces, 32 and 32. Let's take a look at number 2. AD and BC in a rhombus. If you look back up at our figure, AD and BC are opposite sides. And they're sides, so there's nothing to do with 90 degrees or 180 degrees, but they are two sides that are equal to each other. So when I solved it, I got y is 5, and then when I plugged it into AD, because that's what I'd like you for you to find, 4 times 5 plus 1 is 20 plus 1, or 21. Number 3, one of those questions I put out in class, diagonal AC is 40, so that's why when I built it I labeled it 20 and 20. BD is 30, so I labeled it 15 and 15, because this point right here is the midpoint. Find the length of BC. That's where I'm going to start. This is a 90-degree angle in here, so you could just do the Pythagorean theorem with 15 and 20. And I got 25 as my answer. And perimeter is where you add all the sides up, so 25, 25, 25, 25 is 100 units. It's not correct to put 100 units squared. That is for area. 100 units is perfectly appropriate. For number 4, the perimeter is 48 for a rhombus. And you know each side is equal, so that means the sum of all sides is 48. So each side must be 12. Number 5, again, you could resketch the figure from above, but it should go A, B, C, D in order like this, with E intersecting in the middle. BCA is 5x plus 3, and DCA is 3x plus 15. So notice the way I put them. These two are equal to each other, so I made an equation where they were equal to each other, and I got x is 6. BCA is 5 times 6 plus 3 is 33. DCA, when I do the math, it also works out to 33, which is good. That's what should happen. One is here and one is here. BEC is this angle here formed by the diagonals. They're always perpendicular, so it's 90 degrees. BCD is this whole angle, so 33 and 33 make 66. And if BCD is 66, CDA is a consecutive angle. It's this whole angle at D. So 66 and what make 180? I did the math over here and got 114. Double check that. And last but not least, make sure that when you graph it, it looks like a rhombus. And I did some work over here for AB. I got radical 13, radical 13. All of these I got radical 13. But do me a favor and make sure you put the word distance at the top of this. And notice I forgot to write the Pythagorean theorem plain, just as a formula. You should always put what you're finding in the formula. So I'm missing those two things. Make sure you're not anymore either. Now your work gets a lot of credit, but it doesn't give you all of the credit. You need to make sure you have a complete sentence And my complete sentence is quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus because AB, BC, CD, and AD are congruent.